What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we have another regionals question and answer. Another regionals report, not a question and answer, it's a report. And this time around we have Yveltal Sosa talking about his past experience at California Regionals. And this is the Yveltal list that he used during the tournament. And we go into, if you notice, he doesn't play lasers, he doesn't play Verbank, so he talks about that, of course. He talks about the breakthrough Yveltal a lot with the Fright Night and Pitch Black Spear. If you notice, he plays two of these, so he goes into a lot of detail while he plays that. We talk about like the enhanced hammer, the main thing, lasers and stuff like that. He also talks about, say, like Garber, which is going to see really, it's going to see a lot of play this week coming up. So make sure if you want to know how to be, say, like Garber, you pay attention. Sosa will teach you how to do that as well. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's see the interview. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we're doing a Pokemon Regionals recap, and this time around we have Yveltal Sosa. What's up, Sosa?
You.
Alright, what regionals are we talking about?
Anaheim Regionals.
There we go. Alrighty, we know you played the, once again, just Yveltal, no big surprise, But before we talk about the deck, let's just recap how your Swiss rounds went and what happened.
Alright, we'll start out with the first one with a player that's barely returning. I played against a Semsatoad, Gengar, Malamar deck, so it was just a quick 2-0 on that one. Then I played Amer, but he was playing like card for card of Danny Atavila's list, so I kind of like got an idea like how to beat it, and quick 2-0 on him too. Round 3, I go against another Mir, and we ended up tying. First game he went really nuts, and I couldn't respond to his Yveltal, so it just put too much pressure on me. And then game 2, I got on turn 3, I got the kill for the tie.
Yep.
And then round 4, I played against Toad Bats. Game 1, he gets us and quakes me to death. Game 2, I just got enough damage on board and take the win. Game 3, it was going well. I got the archery ups. He couldn't get any toe damage. He was losing resources left and right. And if I would have had like at least another minute or two, I would have won the series. We ended up tying, unfortunately. So I was like 2-0-2. Then I placed a good friend of mine. He was playing Groudon. It was like something I was not prepared for. And I won game 1 with the breakthroughs by himself. And then game 2, he decked me out, and then we just agreed to IDing. So now I'm at 2-0-3. I have to win out. Cannot lose one, but I could afford one tie just to get in. And from there, it was just nice selling. I played Tyrantrum 2-0 that. Played Yveltal 2-0 that. So about 4-0-3. So my next round was against Mega Mewtwo Virizion. With Max Potion, Scoop Up Cyclone, Tool Scrapper, and Hand Hammer. It was like all these kind of things, and it was just this crazy list that was just... He's healing while hitting me like a truck, and not playing lasers was not easy to beat that deck. I won 2-1, fortunately, and then I ID'd with Mirror at the last round, and just getting me into the second day.
Played like Yveltal and then all weird decks.
All weird decks, yeah. So it was, I just got to keep my head up, and I was like, what, I'm prepared for this. Whatever comes my way, you know how to approach it. You've been playing the deck for so long. Don't stress out. And day 2 was just almost as a big of a struggle. First round of day 2, I have to get my first loss to Sammy because we don't play each other in tournaments. And he needs a top 8 to get an invite, so I scooped him.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
So I have to win 4 straight in order to make top 8. So first round, so my first game, actual game, was against Mir. It was 2-1. Unfortunately, he made a misplay in game 3 where he battle compressored all these maxi stuff, but no supporter. So all his last card was versus Seeker. So I just got a big board on him, and he couldn't catch up quick enough. Second round, I played against Vesequid, Gallade, and fortunately I 2-0'd him without archery ups. for some
Man.
I don't know. Breakthrough did really well for me. The Silent Breakthrough was just enough pressure to put on the Delinquent player, and then just a late game Perilous City just ruined them. Um, Round 3, who did I play against?
I have no idea.
Hold on. It's coming to me. Okay, oh yeah, the third one, it was against another mirror. And it was just a quick 2-0. Game 1, I get a quick Perilous City on them with their field consists of Hoopa, Keldeo, Toad, and Gallade, I think. And he lost like 2 DCEs early on, and it was just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And then game 2, it was just like he lost all his Versus Seekers, all his lasers by like turn 7, turn 8. So I was just not even pressured to put on Breakthrough, just let him kill that while I get the response with an Yveltal. So I won that one quick 2-0. And then the last round, I was fortunate enough to play a buddy of mine he was already in top cut, so he scooped to me so I can get into top 8.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was fortunate enough. I was pretty happy about that. Good karma on that.
Now,
And
did Sammy let you down?
well, I was sitting next to Sammy, and he made, like, in my opinion, like, it was the choice of his own. I didn't know the matchups of Rainbow Red versus Tyrantrum. I don't even know how the deck works.
Same.
But I told him, like, it was a decision that you have to make. That you know that you were risking with an ID of bubbling out. And he said, yes, I agree. And I just rather just play it safe and just hope for the best. And we thought that he was going to make it. Like, I mean, Delinquent versus Yveltal Archeops. And when I was watching, the guy got a turn 1 Archeops game 1. And he ended up losing 2-1 by time. So it was unfortunate. And Sammy gets the nice bubble.
That hard ninth.
That hard 9th. But,
Yeah.
you know, he's only 25 points away. So he's not too down. It would just been nicer if he just finished it off just right off the bat with that top 8.
Yeah. All right. So going to top 8, do you know who you're playing against?
Top 8, I played against Austin Attaway, who was playing Delinquent. But his list had 2 Wobs and 2 Tropical Beaches. So my strategy of Archeop's Lab was not going to go full complete until I get through the 2 beaches. Game 1, it was just... I couldn't get anything. Like, I couldn't get a Juniper all game. I couldn't get Maxis. I couldn't get Dark Energies in there. I didn't hit a Battle Compressor or Ultra Ball all that game. So it was just like me ending, hitting Pokemon, DCEs. I was like, okay, I'm going to lose this one pretty quickly. Game 2, it was just a combination of Perilous City and Darkrai putting a lot of pressure on him and winning that one. And then game 3, I get an early Archeops play with Perilous City, and that was just hurting him a little bit, but not too much. But once I got through his only attackers, he just prized his last Flareon to save him with the EV evolution with the attached energy, and he ran out of attackers. So
there you go.
And then top 4, I played against the winner of the tournament, Keon Amani, and he's playing Manectric Toad Bats. Game 1, I get turn 1 Archeops and put a lot of pressure, and I win that one quick. Game 2, he hit scoop ups up the yin yang, and I scooped. There was no explanation on that one. And then game 3, as the deck was running well the entire tournament, it finally died on me. After the couple of shuffles, I started drawing my cards. The first card was Silent Lab. Second card was Silent Lab. Third card was Perilous City. Fourth card was Dark. Fifth was Muscle. Sixth was Versus Seeker. And I'm hoping for Dear God is not a Pokemon for the 7th card, and it was Darkrai. So 3 turns later, Darkrai dies from Quaking Punch.
Dude, he just wanted to make an appearance, is what it was.
Yeah, just one last appearance. It's like, I'm sorry, Israel, letting you down. You're gonna watch me die from getting quaked to death with a laser.
This is dirty. But still, top 4 out of regionals.
Top
is
4.
great. Yeah.
Definitely. It definitely makes my decision a little bit much more easier on me to fulfill the top 16 race for me. So you'll probably see me more in tournaments. Definitely going to all 3 states. Maybe a 4th one. We'll see.
Yeah, because you got a first and a top 4. Do you have another regionals cap or no?
No, no other points. So
There you go. So you're at 400 or 500?
447 as of right now with Worlds, but 407 without.
Still.
So I'm in 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Need about 600. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, just just a strong finish at the very end, and just like a decent run in Nats would be nice.
Yep. All right, but let's talk about the deck. I know the first thing people are going to ask when they see the list is there's no lasers. So why were there no lasers in there?
Well, the story started out with I was playing on PCG Go one night, and I was just trying to make a Maxis list with lasers, and I'm just like losing to Mega Ray every single game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ruin someone's day. I'm just gonna put Perilous City and Scilab into one deck, and just gonna ruin Mega Ray's day. And I played the Mega Ray in the PCG Go. I dominated him. I was like, okay, I was gonna keep just farming off Mega Rays all night and get me some packs. And then after that Mega Ray, I faced like 5, 6 different decks, and I realized that the combination of the two ruins different other decks. It's just created a nice, like, different style of control, which I kind of liked. So I kind of expanded on the idea a couple weeks later, testing different ideas, and it's just didn't realize it almost auto wins Vesequin, gives Mirror a tough matchup, and pretty much everything that you could think of is a 50-50 no matter what. Everything's winnable. That's a deck that I thought that was the perfect list.
After the weekend, I found out that Parallel City is really bad really bad for the Toad players as well too.
Yeah, just like it's nice, especially like additionally adding to Breakthrough, which was John's idea, who I worked with this last week. He gave me the idea of adding breakthroughs, and at first I was like, I don't know if I could fit it in, but after adding it in, it's nice to get quaked for 10 even if they have Muscle Band on the Toad. Parallel City Breakthrough, getting quaked for 10 is nice.
And if you're confused why I keep saying breakthrough, he's talking about the Yveltal breakthrough. Just in case with the Fright Night. I found out this weekend too, it's really perfect numbers when you 60 and you have a Dark Energy on the bench Yveltal EX and they hack you a Toad, you're like, oh, that's 120, perfect. And I'm like, that's great.
And also it's just good for Mirror. I mean, just like you don't have to reach. They're gonna have to deal with that problem. Otherwise, 3 attacks with that breakthrough Yveltal is just 4 prizes.
Yeah, and it's just a Dark and a DC too. It's not like you're wasting a lot of resources on it.
Exactly, yeah. And also it's just what I also liked about the breakthrough is that with the new Yveltal variants with them relying heavily on the Floatstone Keldeo plays, I trapped a couple mirrors just trapping their Keldeo, and just like because you didn't bench the Darkrai, you're just gonna sit here and just watch your Keldeo die and your Yveltal getting weakened.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like you said, play Danny's list, and they play the Hoopa probably, then their bench is full, and they don't have room for Darkrai, and yeah, the Keldeo gets stuck. So, why did you decide not to play the Hoopa?
Well, Hoopa I didn't like at first. Like when Frank Diaz played it in the fall regionals, I tried the idea, and I just didn't like even though it's nice to get exactly what you want on turn 1 Ultra Ball, it's just the bench space I just didn't like. I don't like dedicating one big thing right there where I can't even use or can't even bring back up into my hand, even if I play like Parallel City or something. And, like, if I play Parallel City, then it's off the board, but
True.
I'd rather just throw something that I know I'm going to attack with at some point or has a good purpose.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I told a lot of people. I was like, I don't like Hoopa because basically you turn your 5 bench spot into like a 3 bench spot because 1 bench spot is going to be a Keldeo, maybe even 2 if you get the Archeops out. So
exactly, yeah. And also just having like the disgusting like Hoopa, Shaman, Keldeo, Archeops, 1 Yveltal. It's just like that's not a bench I see myself using.
Yeah. All right, so a lot of the Yveltal players are playing Toad. I mean, I guess mainly because of Danny won with it. Why did you decide not to play one?
Well, I tried out Toad and it was just like underwhelming. In my theory, is just that without lasers, Toad doesn't accomplish much just besides just annoying your opponent. I mean, we tried it out and Toad was good if you get the Silent Lab, Archie-ups, and Toad, you just pretty much auto-win Toad bats if they don't have responses. But um, it was just kind of counteracting because if you play Perilous City and you give them their 3 bench, you're just quaking for 30. So you're not really accomplishing anything with that.
That's true. Okay. Now, speaking of Archeops and Gallade, how often did you get the turn when Archeops or Gallade out?
Out of all my games, I got it about, after applying day 2 and then top 4 and top 8, about like 48%. And that's just a weird number. I'll just round it up to 50%.
Okay.
50%. When I need it, it's there. When I don't need it, it doesn't pop up.
Now, do you always try to go for like a Gallade or Archeops, or are some matches like, okay, I don't need either one, I'm not going to worry about it?
Uh, when I see something, I'll think in my head, is like, okay, if I see Shaman, I was like, all right, you know what, I'm just going to play it safe. I'm just going to max these because I don't know what it is. If I see Toad, I'm just going to instantly think Toad bats. I don't think Toadina at all, even though there was a decent amount of Toadina in my regionals. But if I see an Yveltal, I don't go for the maxis, I go for the gets his play, turn 1. So, I mean, it depends on matchup and what pops up. And I'll just think in my head, it's like, okay, is it worth putting the Gallade, or is it worth gets a scene and just building some board on?
Okay. Now, you did play the 1 enhanced hammer. How clutch was it?
Very clutch. It's definitely good in mirror. That was what it was designed for. I mean, it was for Mega Ray, but it's mostly designed for mirror, because once they go for a Y Cyclone, you get the 1 energy, you get the breakthrough out, put Silent Lab, you trap the Yveltal, and then you enhance the Y Cyclone energy. So now they have no response besides wasting more resources to deal with the breakthrough and to get energies on the other thing. Because once they attack the breakthrough, I have a response with my Yveltal, and now they have to really reach to kill my own Yveltal. EX.
There you go. All right, so computer search or DOS machine? Did you miss the DOS machine, or did you like computer search all weekend?
Well, computer did its part. I did miss the dosing. Just always having the 5th stadium is always nice, or a 2nd enhanced armor, or a 5th versus seeker, or a 5th dark patch. But I mean, I missed it. But at the same time, the deck was just designed to get the Gallade out quicker. So I just thought computer search just did a lot better.
Okay, cool. Now, after this weekend, if you were to play the tournament again, would you make any changes to the list, or do you think it's pretty solid?
I don't think I would make any switches to the deck, but I would probably consider it a 2nd float. The 1 float was just like, it was nice, but like most of the time it was just like, okay, I'm just going to drop it on this thing. It was pointless to even have the damn thing out there. And because it's just like also, with Silent Lab out there, just like Keldeo float doesn't really accomplish anything.
Yeah, true. Okay. All right. So, looking forward to this weekend coming up. Are you going to Oregon?
Unfortunately, no. I won't be doing any week 3s this weekend due to work. But I wish the luck to everyone that is doing the week 3s, and it's definitely would be fun to watch on the side.
Okay. Now, I know you're not going to. You probably haven't tested expanded with Breakpoint. But would you make any changes to add in, like, maybe a Delinquent? I think that's the only card that you really add to this deck from the new set.
What Delinquent do?
Oh.
I haven't seen any new cards.
Alright, so Delinquent says you play it, if you discard a state to play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from their hand.
I wouldn't have added an Yveltal, that's for sure. I mean, it's nice to disrupt, but, I mean, if you're not quaking, it doesn't accomplish anything.
Okay, alright, fair enough. So I was going to ask you more question about Breakpoint, but if you haven't seen anything, then I'm not going
to... Well, I mean, I know some cards. I know some cards, but the supporter names and all that, I'm not too keen on. I know if you're playing Yveltal, I would definitely think about adding a Sableye for sure. If you're playing 1 Sableye, think about playing 2. It's definitely an open format, and Sable Garber is definitely something that everyone's talking about.
Now, how would you go along beating the Sableye Garber player?
With just Sableye, with your own Sableye, you could be able to wait until they junk hunt, and you get to them what they junk hunt, so probably their time puzzles. And you keep doing that until you build board, and then you just let go, maybe even confuse Ray just for that one turn. So that way it's like, okay, now they're going to have to back up and retreat this new thing and lost more resources, and now the life dew is stuck on the board still. So now time puzzle doesn't have a target. And now you hit the perfect math. If you get a Night Spear going, 2 Night Spears kills the Sableye that went to the bench that got confused.
Okay. All right. I know, of course, everybody's hyping the Sableye Garber, so everybody's trying to figure out ways to beat it. I think it is beatable. I think people are just way overhyping it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. They just think just like how you're supposed to deal with the junk hunting of time pulses, but it's like, do you guys forget about N and Getzes?
Or Toad, or
something around the lines,
Groudon even,
Groudon for sure. Groudon for sure. Definitely beat it.
All right. Well, do you want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Definitely shout out to my sponsor MTG. They definitely helped me this weekend. They have great bulk deals and definitely cheap cards. Definitely check them out. Shout out to my buddies that supported me through the weekend. Shout out to my Halo buddies that also supported me through text as the tournament was going along, even though they have no idea what's going on. And also shout out to Team Fish Knuckles for taking the time to interviewing me. It's definitely nice of them to give me the 20 minutes of interviewing.
No, thank you, Sosa, for doing the interview. So yeah, but good luck
problem.
at States.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man. Take care, and we'll see what happens in States.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye, everyone.